Hi everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and today I'm going to be making 3 cards in this short video. All 3 of these cards are different sizes, but they are all made with products from the Favorite Things paper collection. I love these papers and I love that there are coordinating products to go along with them, and I thought it would be fun to make a card, and as I sat down and started building a card, I thought I could make 3 cards pretty quickly, especially when you mix these pattern papers with the ephemera pieces. So I sat down and I grabbed the 6x6 paper pack and the 4x9 paper pack, and you'll see why I chose the 4x9 in just a little bit. And I just kind of picked out some patterns that I liked, and I grabbed some ephemera pieces and just started playing. One of the patterns that I was immediately drawn to is this little, I don't know if I would call it a checkerboard pattern, but it just has lots of little squares of little design elements of just summertime fun. I grabbed the little giraffe from the carousel, and that's from the Favorite Things ephemera pieces, and I just kind of started playing. I cut that pattern paper piece with the largest die from the Delicate Stitches scalloped rectangles and put that onto an A2 card. I knew I wanted to have something to break up my card design, and that just happens to be a simple strip of white paper. I did cut the edges of that with that same die so that it would line up and look cohesive, and then I just started playing around with my sentiment. There are sentiment pieces in the Favorite Things ephemera pieces, but I didn't like how large they were for this particular card design. I wanted something a bit smaller and more elegant. So I chose a sentiment from the Cosmos 4x6 stamp set, and I'll be stamping that onto the left side of the card there. These kites are actually from the Favorite Things 12x12 paper pack, and there's a piece of pattern paper in here with these beautiful kites all over them, and I'm going to use a smaller version of this pattern in a later card. But I took the 12x12 paper and just used my scissors and fussy cut out some of these kites. I love taking pattern papers and cutting them apart to create extra little elements for my cards. So I took 3 of the kites out of 3 different colors and 3 different patterns and just added them onto my card just for a little bit of fun. I'm using some foam tape to pop up all of my elements for a bit of dimension, and card number 1 is done. Now I'm going to move on to card 2, and for this card it's going to be a 4 1/4 square card. So I took an A2 card base and just chopped it down to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this is where the 4x9 slimline paper pack comes in really handy because it's already cut down to 4 inches wide. And so all I have to do is cut it to 4 inches tall, and I have a nice frame for my card. I used the Delicate Stitches scalloped rectangles, the largest die in that set, and cut a frame just to add a little finishing border. I glued that onto the pattern paper piece, and then I went to my ephemera pieces again, and I found a whole bunch of fruit pieces and just assembled them together in a little cluster. I used some masking tape to hold those pieces in place so that they would keep the arrangement that I wanted, and then I just added little bits of glue behind there and some foam tape. So now I'm basically working with 1 large piece of ephemera instead of 6 small pieces. I have another sentiment that I've stamped and die cut using the Cosmos 4x6 stamps and dies, and I'm just going to pop that up right in the center of my fruit element there. Now let's make a third card. These are coming together super quickly. This one's going to be a mini slimline card. So I have a 3x6 inch card base, and I took that kite pattern paper from the 6x6 paper pack and I trimmed that down so that it's a 1/4 inch smaller. So it's 2 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches, so that'll have a nice white border. I also have an extra little scrap piece of the pink checker piece from a previous card that I did, and so I cut that down and matted that onto a white background, again just to kind of break up the patterns a little bit. I like to add solid colors whenever I'm layering pattern on pattern, just to give the eye a little bit of a break. I added all of my ephemera with foam tape and then added a foam sentiment in the center there as well. Here's all 3 cards. They're all done. They came together super quickly. Since I'm just using pattern paper and ephemera, these came together in minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video and that this inspires you to grab your pattern paper and ephemera pieces and just play around. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye!